Hello, everyone, and welcome to the big show. This is Investing and Trading Live, sponsored by Online Trading Academy. If you're a first time listener, thanks for stopping by. I am your host, Josh Lilquist, and we are happy to have you with us today. As always, I have my good friend, and Al, this is the last show of the year, depending when you're listening to it. How are you doing today on the end of 2022, beginning of 2023?
Well, I'm doing well, and I am really excited about what's coming up this next year, and we're going to talk about that today and why the people listening should be excited too.
Yeah, get fired up. It's been a great year in the financial markets, and that's exactly what we do on Investing and Trading Live is talking about the financial markets, how they work, different techniques and concepts us as average people, individuals, can use the market for our benefit. Now, that could be for income strategies, say during your working years or even during retirement, extra income strategies, or your portfolio, your 401k, your IRA, managing and protecting that. It's not rocket science. You just haven't been taught yet. And that's what we're going to do here today is kind of open the eyes of our listeners on what's available to these markets. And as Al said, get fired up. It was a great 2022 in the financial markets. It's going to be a great 2023 in the markets. And Al, I think you know why. It's because the markets are probably going to move. And that's all we care about in the financial markets is we just want them to move. Just a quick recap on the year for our YouTube listeners and viewers. S&P 500 on the year, roughly down about 20% on the year. Not so good for those people that are just buying and hoping. That was not a mispronunciation. It was buy and hold. We have the Dow Jones, a little bit better, down about 11%. The NASDAQ down about 34%.
Right.
A lot of people have been tech heavy, are in some pain. And we're going to cover that here today, probably in the second and third segment on how to have strategies for down markets. We have oil. Actually, oil, this might be a mind bottler. Mind bottling. You know when you get your thoughts in a bottle and they're trapped in there? That's what mind bottling is.
Okay, I thought you were going to say mind-boggling.
That's
but,
that's what most people
it's
thought.
a bottling.
It's bottling, yes. And oil actually flat on the year. Roughly, it was under a 1% gain on the year, which a lot of people think oil is so expensive. It's down now.
Well, yeah, and a lot of that is because China basically shut down, and people weren't using oil as much. It just the demand wasn't there.
Yep, China.
Mhm.
The U.S. dollar up about 8%. And so that's been kind of driving a lot of the stock market decline as you're seeing a strong dollar. But the dollar has been retracing since September now. So we're seeing some changes there in the U.S. dollar. So we'll see what happens here coming up on the year for the dollar. Stocks, not so good. So the indexes they were down, but not as bad as a lot of these stocks. You look at Snapchat, down about 82% on the year. Oofta for those people. It's those tech stocks.
Yep.
Facebook, which is Meta now, down about 66%. So we're seeing some rough things happening for a lot of these stocks. And I want you to cover a lot of that today, Al.
Yeah.
We're seeing stock declines. The dollar up on the year. What's kind of a forecast people can look forward to, some excitement for 2023?
Well, first of all, let me just comment on a couple of the things that you said. You mentioned that the S&P was down about 19% for the year.
Roughly, yeah.
It had been down to over 20% for a while.
Yep.
And you mentioned Meta, down 66% for the year. Amazon was down 51%. Apple down about 30%. Google down 41%. Microsoft down 30%. Tesla down 68%. And a lot of people are saying, well, but I didn't own those stocks. Well, you probably did. If you have an index fund, if you have a mutual fund, a lot of those stocks were in there. So in those stocks, those are big numbers, 50 to 60, 80% down. But the S&P 500 was only down about 20%, 19%, which means that there were stocks within that S&P 500 that did well, but these other stocks brought down the index overall. So this was and will be a stock picker's market going forward. It's going to be important for you to know how to identify when something is going to be a good buy. Not if it's a good company, but if it's a good buy.
And not just because it's down right now, because you look at Tesla being down 62%. That could go to 72. That could go to 82. Look at Snapchat. They're doing that. So you don't just want to go and buy.
Yeah, but let's look at companies like Amazon and Facebook. Meta. Are those companies going to go out of business? No,
We never
those
know.
there's some
Hope
good
not.
companies. Apple,
Yeah.
so something to look forward to is that a lot of these companies that got beaten down became way overvalued after the pandemic.
There you go.
And now they're getting back down to a more normal value. And we talk all the time about how the markets seek kind of a normal area, normal valuation. So a lot of these companies are going to be great buys at some point in time. So the key then is to identify when that is going to happen. And most investors out there now, just to be honest with you, Jack, you said that this was a great year
Hmm.
in the market. Well, it was a great year for some people,
Correct.
but for a lot of people, and probably for a lot of you listening, this might have been the worst year that you've had. So a lot of people are happily waving goodbye to 2022. Maybe some people with single digit waving to the year.
Oh,
Uh,
thumbs up, huh?
yeah, yeah, this is a thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Exactly what I
Family
was
show.
thinking. Yeah. So why are we so excited about 2023? Well, because the opportunities are going to be fantastic for people that know how to take advantage of what's going on. So, why don't you decide now to make 2023 the year that you don't let the market control your portfolio. You control how you use the market so you control your portfolio. And we can help you go into 2023 by helping you put together a game plan that allows you to respond to either a further downturn or a turn to the upside, or a combination of both. And that's what we're going to see. I think this next year, even though at the end of the year, the overall annualized return probably isn't going to be that great. It may be down, it may be up a little bit, but during the course of the year, there are going to be some huge up days and huge down days. That's where the opportunities are, and you need to have a strategy that allows you to take advantage of those opportunities.
I like that term you brought up there is have a game plan. It's playoff football time. We got the Vikings in playoffs. We got the Cowboys. This one this past week, Thursday. So
Mhm.
you have to have a game plan with your finances. As Al said, don't let the market control your portfolio. And we have investing classes to introduce you to those concepts to make sure that you're in charge, you're in control of what your financial future looks like. So we have investing classes local here to see what that's about, to see how to take advantage of the markets. Why we're so excited, we want you to be excited too. Once you know strategies for all directions with the markets, text right now for 2 seats for an investing class at our local academies. If you're listening to the show, we have a class near you. Text the word investing to the number 210 for 2 seats and a quick start kit. It's a financial quick start kit, which allows you to help you get started right away. Text the word investing to the number 210 right now. Al, we got a packed show here. We're fired up. I want our listeners to be fired up. Let's talk about that game plan. How to start that game plan today for your financial future. Text the word investing to the number 210 for 2 seats for a free investing class at our local academies. This is Josh and Al. We will be right back.